Hello guys and welcome back to Custom Gamer. My name is Daz and this is the show where we talk about level design while playing cool maps. Today we're playing a Quake map by Skacky called An Angel Was Heard to Cry Over the City of Celephais. That's one hell of a map title, there's no way I'm going to fit that in the title card. But this was yet another entry into Map Jam 2. As you can tell, it's an Ikwhite themed map. One of the most beautiful ones in the pack, I think. It's got this brilliant kind of ethereal quality to it with the kind of eerie lighting, and got this fantastic kind of inverted spires that go down to the bottom of the map. So as you can see here, you look up and you see the roofs of buildings and spires and domes. And then as the camera comes back down, you can see exactly the same thing on the bottom of the map as well. Gives it this really creepy vibe, like you're not quite sure which way is up, which I really like. But let's go and have a look at it. Okay, so as you probably can tell from the intro part of the video, a lot of the shape language is very similar in all these Ikwhite themed maps. Again, I talked about this a little in Lunaran's map, is that a lot of the shapes are kind of baked into the textures. So things like the doorways and arches and things like that all generally look the same in these maps. But Skacky has added a lot of his own unique details, things like the inverted domes and pillars at the bottom of the map. And generally all his hallmarks are evident here in this map as well. Grand vertical designs with lots of interconnected areas. You're required to look up and down quite a bit in this map to find various secrets and ways to progress. Also, lighting is used to really good effect here. You've got these highlighted kind of orange lights which are really picked out well in the environment because everything is kind of white and blue. So whenever you see an orange light like this, it's usually denoting something fairly important. Another thing which is really evident in this map is the combat encounters have been very well thought out. There's a lot of chances for monster infighting, and monster placement is generally very intelligent. We have things like ogres up on ledges above you raining grenades down, as you would expect, but a nice variety of melee enemies running at you while you're doing this too. So here's the first hint of kind of the general theme of secrets in this map, is that you have to be very, very evident of things like patterns and light colour. And there's a couple more secrets which follow this theme in the map, and some exploration-based secrets as well, as you can see here. You can grab an early nail gun. A lot of the secrets in this map are to grab items early. There's not very many secrets which give you just a grand upgrade, which you won't find otherwise, aside from the rocket launcher secret, which I cannot find for the life of me. Apparently it's one of the easier ones to find, but it's the only one I missed. Now, I mentioned the map being very interconnected, and that holds up very true. The ledge that the ogres are on up there is actually the ledge you walk across at the very end of the map before going into the exit teleporter. I'm sure there's some pretty cool speedrunning routes in this map for people that could find the rocket launcher. So as you can see here again, lots more opportunities for infighting. You've got the ogres up above, shooting grenades down, which you can use to your advantage. In fact, of all the maps I've played recently, I think probably this one is just the biggest amount of infighting I can think of. Here's another secret where you have to pay attention to cues in the environment. So you've got two orange lights up there and one blue light at the far end of the walkway, which kind of stands out as being different. Another thing Skacky does quite well in this map is using these door frames to kind of punctuate objects in the environment, get the player to look at them really well. And especially put against the blue sky as well, the silhouette of the doorways really focuses the player's attention on what's behind them. There's a couple of instances where you can look through a door and there's like something very important on the other side of it. It really helps to highlight that. Although there are a couple of instances where opportunities have been missed here as well. The Dokey door is a prime example of this. I'll talk more about that when we get there. So once again here we've got what could be a nasty fight with a shambler and a fiend, but because there's ogres up above raining down grenades, we've managed to get some infighting going, so they're not currently angry at us. We'll leave it like that. Then we come out to some of these beautiful outdoor areas. I really like the kind of spires going up above and then connecting with those beams to this structure. It looks really, really nice. Once again, a little bit of vertical exploration to find another secret. Again, this is getting a weapon early, in this case a grenade launcher. You can pick it up later on in the map. We've got another red armor here. It's actually fairly uncommon to see 2 red armors in a kind of medium-sized map like this. But I think they are pretty much required. The map can be quite difficult in areas. It really depends what secrets you find and how well you do. So we're coming up to the silver key here. You notice the silver key door back down on the bottom level there where the shambler is as I came in. One unfortunate side effect of the level being constructed how it is that the silver key door doesn't really stand out very well, because it uses the same kind of visual motifs as all the kind of runes in the walls as the rest of the map. I actually walked past it a couple of times without noticing it was a special door. It just looked like the same kind of door as everything else. So now we come back to this red armor secret. It's a little bit of a troll secret in that because it's raised up high, you're kind of looking for a way to get up there, like perhaps a teleporter or something. It actually requires a very good eye. You'll notice that all the lights in this room are diamond shaped, apart from 2 round ones, which are the ones you have to shoot to lower it down. So I feel like the design of the room kind of makes you look for a way to get up high to get the armor, whereas that's not the solution at all. I mean, I like that you have to find something very specific and hard to see in order to get red armor. You should have to work for it. I just feel like the room gives off a little bit of a different vibe. So there's a silver key door. You can hit another one of these plinths to lower the lift. I like that the same mechanic is used a bunch of times. You hit a plinth and then behind you a lift lowers. This one's a little bit more dangerous than the last one though. There's some interesting use of monster jump triggers here which don't quite work as expected a lot of the time. So for instance here, monsters will jump off this area here down below. And here's the quad damage. This is an interesting quad damage. I'm not sure if I really like it that much, because you have a choice when you want to grab it, but it feels like you really have to have played the map already to know when to use the quad. You can grab it and walk around here, but as a new player in the map, I'm not sure if you'd instantly go to that plinth there to start the ambush. And you'd probably waste a lot of time with the quad damage kind of looking around this area about what to do. And once you do hit that plinth, the doors close and you can't actually get back to the quad if you haven't picked it up yet. So I'm not sure if I really like it. I think if a big ambush had started as soon as you walk into this area and you had the quad, it would have been fine, and then you'd have to hit that plinth to do something else. But I just feel like you could waste an entire quad damage here without realising that you had to hit a plinth to start the ambush. With that said though, the actual fight is great fun. You've got enemies just pouring out of both of these doors. Again, both doors are lit with kind of warm lights. They really grab your attention. You notice all the enemies just pouring out of them. Once you've hit the 2 plinths, the gold key is lowered down so you can grab it. Now, I think this is where an opportunity was missed to really highlight the gold key door. Again, I was talking earlier about how these doors in the map are really good at kind of highlighting what's behind them. But with the gold key, it's hidden around a 90-degree bend when you go through the door, so you can't see it. And you can barely see it from anywhere else in the map as well, so you really have to walk around that corner to actually find out where it is. I think there's a bit of a missed opportunity to really show where the gold key door is here. Here's the door. You can see if it had been right in front of one of these doors here, you would have been able to spot it much easier. Here's another area where the monster jump triggers go a little bit weird. I mean, it feels like the monsters are meant to kind of jump up onto the platform here and then jump right at the player. I think that's the desired effect, but unfortunately it doesn't quite work. Even the shambler here gets a little bit stuck. It starts to remind me of Skacky's Jam 1 map, where all the ogres were kind of bouncing around above your head firing grenades. I think good use of monster jump triggers is really hard to do, but when it works, it really creates a new kind of dynamic to gameplay, which perhaps players don't expect. And that's always a plus with Quake, because it's such an old game. Most of the players that are still playing it are kind of masters at the game. They know exactly what to expect most of the time. So if you can change that up a bit with monster jump triggers to perhaps get something unexpected, then that's great. So now we're on the upper platform of that area I was talking about at the very beginning, with the ogres. You can come back across the platform here and exit the map. So altogether, this is a really cool looking map. I really enjoyed the visual style and the atmosphere of it. I really enjoyed the kind of looking down and seeing all the inverted domes and pillars below you, with this great ethereal feeling to it. Gameplay was fast and fun. There was a couple of issues with like monster jump triggers, and I wasn't too sure about the quad damage. But aside from that, I had a lot of fun playing it. And I'm looking forward to Skacky's later maps. Of course, he's already released a couple more since this map was done, but we will get to those in due time. Have a look on Quadicted if you want to have a look at more Skacky maps, or any maps really. It's got the full collection there. And we'll see you guys next time.